A lot of money just to make sure it's like safe.
How are you spending this random Saturday morning?
Um,
He said he was practicing magic.
or just at the superstore practicing in the basement.
Yeah.
All right, critic, otherwise known as John Joseph. Uh, you haven't heard back from the mayor after you shot her. Uh, things have been relatively quiet since the last adventure. What have you been doing since then?
Well, after what seems like a brief hospital visit, considering the kind of shit he was in, unstable at that point.
It's all. I mean, you were the guy who was set on fire, weren't you?
Yes.
So you do still. I mean, it's up to you whether you want to be wrapped in bandages or just be visibly covered in burns. Which do you prefer?
Are the burns still sore?
Yes.
Then I'd probably be in bandages.
All right. The burned man from Fallout New Vegas Honest Hearts
Mm-hmm.
is wandering around. What do you want to do with your time?
Never really liked that guy.
After that adventure, I'd probably be staying at home for at least this Saturday. And I actually did a thing in chat. That's basically what I was doing. Probably having the computer open. And just
Sitting at home, relaxing with a cup of tea, having just got the mail. Junk, bill, junk, more junk. Ooh, Wendy's coupons.
pretty much, I'm just relaxing. This is my Saturday morning, and I think I'm going to do some time off. So I'm taking
All right, Heidi, who is a dog. Where are you
Yes.
spending your Saturday morning?
I am probably with my owners and just doing spins, like I said. Spending
spins.
quality time at home.
Spins.
She's chasing her tail.
Right.
Ah,
I thought you were doing the thing where you're up on both legs, jumping in a circle.
see now when you
She's
said
probably doing that
spins,
too.
my first thought was rubbing your ass on the carpet in circles,
No.
thus
No,
spinning.
she wouldn't do that. She wouldn't do that.
I mean that's what we in the business refer to as scooting, not spins.
Yeah.
We
I
in
don't,
the
I don't
business
like
of
dogs. I
staring
don't
at
have
people's
dogs.
dogs with various diseases.
Ah, I thought you meant the business of wiping one's ass on the carpet.
I mean, if I'm gonna wipe my ass on the carpet, it's not gonna be the dog way.
Heidi's classy.
Yeah,
Alrighty.
she's going
Oh,
to
so you
tear up
scoop it
a
up
piece
with
of
toilet paper,
carpet.
then throw it on the floor first.
Okay. Which one of
Honestly, she's probably smart enough to use the toilet.
but which one of these exciting side adventures gets the first scene?
Your owner's bus.
So, Halo, you have a ridiculous number of shitty, not mostly non-functional alarms on your workplace, don't you?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, one of them goes off.
Alrighty. If I'm away from the business, I assume I have some sort of ability to be alerted of this, which I will say is related
I
to.
assume you do.
Yeah, I'm gonna say he has either a beeper or one of those crappy phones also, which will
I think we
alert.
established at the very least you have a beeper. I see no
Mm.
reason why it shouldn't be connected to one of your various shitty
Yeah,
contraptions.
we'll just say the security of the business that sold it also would beat me if that's the case. And
It
I
goes
just
off like multiple times in a row.
okay. I look at the beeper, realize what's happening. It's like, oh shit, what's happening now? This happens at the worst of times. And he like packs up all his shit and proceeds to get in his car as he's again. We did you give him a small phone or is that only horse?
It's up to you. Do you think he would have one?
Okay, I'm gonna say he has one, but the battery's died because he doesn't take care of his shit that well. So
I'll take that. Then yes, he has one, but the battery's dying.
right. So he tried to dial 911, but fails. So he's just going to proceed to drive to his business to find out.
All right. On the approach to your office, you see a limo out front.
These are some classy burglars. What the hell? He gets out of the car, like keeping a relative distance away from the limo, but not enough to actually hide, I guess. And walks into his place and tries to deactivate the alarm.
All right, as you walk into your place, you see the mayor with one arm and shoulder in a sling, shadowed by a couple of bodyguards.
Miss Mayor, it's an unexpected pleasure. What brings you here?
Oh, a number of things. I don't suppose you have your friend who shot me around, do you?
No, John is, I'm afraid, a bit preoccupied. We gave him some time. I gave him some time off after his injuries. You understand?
Ah, yes, third-degree burns do tend to leave something of a mark. I understand.
That's you're very familiar with the injuries of that day yourself. How is your arm doing?
She sort of looks down at it, and you see her flex the fingers a few times.
Mm.
I don't think it will be usable much for the next, oh, I don't know, month or so, but the doctor said I'll regain full use of it.
Well, that's good to know. But if you're here for any financial compensation, I have to warn you that the actions of John were entirely by his own doing, and besides, I'm completely broke.
Actually, financial compensation wasn't quite the reason I was coming to visit you today.
Oh,
I'm somewhat surprised there aren't more people here, honestly.
yes, I have somewhat of a bad reputation that seems to undermine my business prospects.
You did successfully deal with the whatever it was a few weeks ago.
To
For
be
a
honest,
given value of successful, I suppose. But the point is, it's not currently standing in front of me while your friend shoots at me.
to be honest, we were actually hired to find a missing cat. That was where the events began.
Did you find the missing cat?
Oh yes, and lost the child who had sent us to find it.
I mean,
To
it's
be
true.
honest, that's something of a failure, it sounds on your part. Is this related to the various memos I've been receiving from that one man with the watermelon haircut recently?
No.
That would be the father of the character, our
Yes.
character. Yeah. Yes, I'm sure he's still terribly upset, but I've just hadn't had the time to talk to him in person.
And you have no idea where that child is? He's not
No.
a confirmed casualty, is he? I'm honestly rather shocked at the lack of deaths during the last event.
But once again, the actions were entirely taken by my employees' actions. It was left with what's the name of Forster's character again? Lizzie. The child was left in the custody of an employee named Liz, who kind of lost him. It is a tragedy, but these things unfortunately happen.
Well, on the topic of tragedies and things that unfortunately still happen,
honestly,
I was
thought I lost
hoping I could
connection there.
solicit your services, actually.
Oh, this I mean, this would be such a interesting time. I mean, we've set up our vacation days. He's basically trying to up the price for the services he's trying to imply. By the way, all these. I mean, we just set our vacation days for our stuff.
Look, I don't require your patter. You will be recompensed for anything you need. I just need someone to investigate a specific situation for me. Is that okay?
If it is of the paranormal variety, then I would be happy to oblige.
Paranormal, I'm not sure, but the local police are, as you might have seen, less than helpful. So
We have local police. I didn't see
You
any.
do.
I-
I realize that their various funding hasn't been seen in your tax for quite a while, but I understand from my secretary that you don't see your tax quite often anyway.
This
She
this
gives you
is
like a look.
yeah, that is undeniably true. Yes. I'm expecting my
Well-
rebate, in fact, at any moment.
The local museum has received what we think to be a threat. We
Oh,
think to be. It's somewhat pathetic, but any investigation is better than none, I suppose.
I see. I see. Is there any information you could share with me in regards to this? I assume threat.
She holds out a letter to you.
Oh,
It's in some sort of it's rather crumpled, but it's definitely a letter.
I see. I I I like
It
look
was
at the
this.
letter, thinking, wouldn't it be easy just to tell me? But I'll look through the letter nonetheless.
All right, you open up the letter, and in an incredibly shitty hand, it says, "We gon' steal your shit."
I see. I see. These are some sophisticated foes, no doubt, mocking the phrasing.
Well, it's not quite the way that I'd expect anyone from this county to express their expectation to steal our things, so
Hmm.
I was just hoping that maybe you'd hang around the place with all of your friends, maybe wait to see if anything happens.
Yeah, he like wanders off as the mayor's talking to like literally dust the letter for fingerprints and see if there's any like hairs or anything he could take from the letter.
Okay, interesting question. Roll smart
Okay, sharp.
or sharp or whatever the fuck it's called. Kill me. I want to die. Anyway, roll the thing. All right. You
Pretty good.
successfully dust the piece of paper for fingerprints and find that it curiously has none. Like,
In-
really unusually that it, I mean, it has the mayor's fingerprints to
Right.
the extent that, like, she held it out to you.
Right.
But other than that, there are none upon it.
I was going to be very suspicious of the mayor yet there without you clarifying that. So interesting. These people are a lot sharper than I suspect, and then he tries to like analyze the ink if he can try to relate to any kind of certain printers or how is this letter written out? Is it in a pen or is it printer or paper
Yes, it's in a
letters?
It'd
pen,
probably be
and
written out.
since you rolled a 13, your investigation, it seems to be have been written with an actual inkwell, like ye old kind of, oh, I'm Harry Potter, I'm gonna write with a fucking quill
So-
kind of thing.
So quill and ink.
Yes.
Interesting. I try to recall if I've seen this kind of writing anywhere in my entire time in Hearst. Hearst. What's the town's name?
It's Hurstel.
Hurstel.
It's written Heristal, but it's pronounced Hurstel.
Yeah, I try to recall if I've seen this kind of handwriting before.
All right, is your character personally like a student of history? Does he have does he like history of the US a lot? Is that like his thing?
Only related to UFOs and aliens. That's the only history he would really study.
All right,
Specifically Germany.
then no, he would not recognize it.
Okay, that is fine. So it's very interesting. Thank you for this letter. Is there literally anything else you could do to help this? I assume you would like us to find out the people involved and to stop them, or would you like us to stop them as they make the attempt?
I would personally approve of people not stealing anything from our local museum.
And
It
so-
may be nothing, but
Mhm.
I'm willing to offer you your usual rates just to keep an eye on the place.
Yeah, I understand. It may come to that we may have to just stake out the place instead of actively finding them before they hit. But nonetheless, I will do everything within my power to find these people and stop them.
All right.
Which
Are any of the rest of your various people around? I noticed there was nobody here.
yeah,
Not even
like-
the dog. I've
as
heard
I-
people talk about that dog.
Yes, she is a very fine dog. Yeah, Heidi is lovely. But as I said, my staff are currently on vacation. As I said, it may be a little costly to bring them on vacation days. You know. Yes. Which yes. Oh, I mean, exactly what kind of financial compensation might you offer for this task, as it comes to mind?
Well, we're a government body, so pretty much, you know, the minimum wage.
Hmm. Well, you drive a hard bargain. Uh, come on,
Why did Horse just type, I really want to fuck that dog?
No,
evidently,
No.
I really want to fuck the dog
evidently he
because
does.
she said I've been hearing a lot about that dog. She's gotten letters.
Dude, they're both girls. It's gonna be a really awkward fuck.
Hmm.
Jesus.
Is there literally
Can
anything?
my dog not be sacred?
No.
No,
Look,
has-
you have mouths in every orifice, so the answer to your question is no.
I
I
can.
predate.
That doesn't mean I do all the time.
Yeah. Is
I
there
snatched a jar of peanut butter off one of the shelves.
is there possibly anything you could do to add the incentive to do a better job? Because I mean, the more you pay me, the more I can pay them, the better job we can provide.
Alright,
Just basic logic there.
this to me sounds like one of them roles to persuade another human being to do the thing that you want them to do.
Yep. Which is
It's manipulate
Ha-
someone, which I think is normally a charm, but I don't know if you have a specific ability that lets you use something instead of charm.
I have the thing that lets me
Yes, you're using
use
sharp instead of charm, so that's +2.
yeah. Which is 9, which I think is pretty good.
It's not a 10, so it's a mixed success.
Ah,
It is
damn
a
it.
mixed success.
If I fail, there will be consequences.
It's mixed success is like what 9 to 7, I
7 to
think.
9. They'll do
Yep.
it, but only if you do something for them right now to show that you mean it. If you ask too much, they'll tell you what, if anything, if it would take for them to do it.
Alright. I'll tell you what, I could give you the contact number for all my employees, and you could individually ask them to come back
Can
from
she
there.
access that information without your knowing anyways? She's the mayor. She could probably call for that.
I assume
Like, she was
I mean, it's still a thing worth offering. I don't know if your characters all have your phone numbers in the yellow pages compared to, like, this guy.
I assume, especially on John's side, he would have separate contact details with separate people.
Yeah, I suspect you, like, there's, like, an office phone for Oscar specifically, but the
Yep.
rest of you, I doubt you have publicly available numbers.
I mean, if they know I'm
no,
the
but
mayor,
it's on file, and I kind of figure if she wants that information, she should easily be able to pull it up, or at least have her secretary do it. I don't know. It just seems like the kind of information that you wouldn't really offer someone who has access to it. You know?
Yeah, I'm willing to accept it as a
Alright.
GM.
can I speak to your manager?
Just if you would like to talk to my employees separately to see if you could persuade them with a minimum wage offer, I'll give you their numbers right here.
Well, I suppose I can set my secretary to speaking to each and every one of them. She's not doing anything else right now.
Hmm.
All
Our,
right.
our
Fair enough.
character, that was still my incentive to try to up the price of helping out.
Yeah, I know. You're
Alright.
trying to reduce the price.
Well, up the price of helping, sure.
The point is that yes, the situation of causing her to talk to more people has worked, and as a result, that may cause her to be more lax on the amount of money you get.
Nice. I mean, did she even take the information?
Yes, she does take the information.
Alright, okay.
She will reach out, and I don't know if you have like a list of them.
I mean, I'll keep it on my person, like beeper contacts and whatnot, and phone contacts. I'm sure he keeps it.
Just write it out on a piece of paper.
Okay. He goes
Give
over.
her something she can physically hold.
Right, yeah. He goes over to his desk and gets this piece of paper and writes down all the information off his own notes, and hands it to her. Definitely.
Good job. Well done. Good boy.
I hope you're saying that as the GM.
I am saying that as a GM. The mayor is not so friendly.
What?
Well, I suppose I could talk to them in the meantime, but are you willing to start the search without my, going through all of their records?
I'll trust that you'll get round to paying us the relevant amount for the job. But yes, I'll be on this right away. So
It is the duty of the town to recompense people for the right amount of money for the job done, I suppose.
yes,
She
I mean-
looks a little bit put out, but at the same time, preserved.
I mean, I'm sorry this stops you from perhaps digging up a couple of roads over and over again to have your council budget completely spent, but well, needs must as we may.
The roads.
She tilts her head. I'm not aware of any situation in which we're doing that. I
Oh,
don't think there's any potholes at the moment either.
I'm
Not at
sorry.
the moment, anyway. Have you seen
Then
it?
why are you keep destroying the road just to
No.
rebuild it?
Why do you keep exactly, Heidi? Why?
We haven't been doing that. We've been funneling most of our money into the local school.
Oh, really? Oh, well, do
We're
forgive me.
joking about a conversation from earlier.
Do forgive me. Perhaps I'm thinking of back in Germany. But please, if you'll excuse me, I'll get right on this. Feel free to show your way out. Find your way out.
Yes, I suspect it's probably the front door I came in by.
Yeah, and I give her a handshake on the way out. Gives her the hand that has the finger missing, and then he switches to the other one.
Do you attempt to take her arm that's in a sling with the other arm?
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, it's an awkward scene back and forth. It's like, yeah, we just give up.
You slap her on
Just
the
do
ass.
like a finger gun.
Give her a finger gun with the missing finger.
You slap her on the rear and
Definitely.
you give her finger guns.
You may sexual harass her as much as you want when you meet her in person. Vic.
He sort of gives you a look and leaves the
Yes.
room, and then her bodyguard gives you another longer look and leaves the room after.
Oh, really? He waits a while, and then gets on the phone to the rest of the team, and he picks up the phone and said, "John, good news. You'll be paid this month." And NC.
My goodness, is being paid?
Yup.
All right.
Where do you
is
even
this a-
get these gifts, horse?
It's not a GIF, it's a picture.
That doesn't answer the question.
Google Images.
He's got Black Google. That's what it is.
Huh.
Nay Google?
I'd use it. If only to say I used it once.
And now that I said it, it probably is going to be invented.
All right, now I'm gonna type in Nay Google.
Yeah, does it exist?
It's a hashtag on Instagram.
Fuck me.
Mm-hmm.
I have the power.
And it appears to
14
be
posts.
in Spanish. All right then, I'm not looking any further into that. Okay, so I'm of the assumption that you contact all of your employees immediately after this, including the dog.
Absolutely. I'll ring up the dog.
All right, so what's the group plan? You know that somebody's apparently trying to steal your shit
Yeah.
from the local museum.
I gather
Plan
everyone-
is we all meet up.
Yeah.
Though first, I'm probably contacting Halo's character, Elizabeth.
I mean, I'm
That's
Oscar.
Force's character. That's Elizabeth.
Yes, okay. Elizabeth, about the price for some bandages and some ointment
did
for
you-
third-degree burns.
Oh, did you
Since
just go
I
to
kind
the
of figure
store?
I'll have to exchange bandages on the job.
So you want to deal with the supermarket's pharmacy just to make sure that you can heal yourself.
More of asking her the price, and I'll just pay her the money
Mm,
whenever we meet up.
I
She,
mean, she's just gonna steal it. So
I mean, she
it's her
owns the
store.
supermarket.
she owns.
It's
I
her
thought.
store.
Oh, I thought
Yes.
you worked there. Why is
It's
she
her
working
store.
with?
That's why I'm asking her for the price to then get the price. So then I have supplies just in case I need to change bandages.
Okay, a
Sure.
question. A
We'll
question
give
to
you-
ask her in character.
We have a membership card, but which gives you special discounts. I'll just give you the discount.
It's the racially segregated shop.
We'll let you into the colors line only.
Yeah.
For a
We call it no yellows.
Literally, the store is identical right down the middle to the other side.
happy seg. Half the store is like shiny and new, the other half just trash.
Just kind of roll my eyes. Just get the bandages and meet you at the shop. What the PI, the office,
Yeah, the
right?
PI office. Yeah. Sure.
Oh yeah, I'll run
We-
it over.
We as a group do have to
Hmm.
decide on the name for a
Click.
place.
Yeah, what is the name of your
I keep
private eye.
suggesting Lightfinder, but no one wants to go for
Bark,
it.
Dude.
bark.
All right,
I don't know.
everybody, let's stop. Come up with a specific name for the PI.
So there's Lightfinder. There's
Oh, and
My
Heidi
vote-
can make a suggestion, but cannot make a choice.
Personal
Alright.
Investigatory Agency.
Pork, pork.
Aliens and shit.
Aliens and shit is not terrible. Definitely.
Aliens Incorporated.
No, Hunting Aliens Incorporated.
It should really do like aliens to make it aliens to make it sound like it means like foreigners. So alien hunting something. I don't know.
Ice.
Yeah.
Alien Hunters. TM.
Yeah.
Down.
Yeah, that works. Alien hunters is not bad.
I mean, this is 2001. That there's not much competition.
You get a lot of rednecks in there. Yeah. Yeah, I saw a Mexican in my backyard today.
Nah, you live in Minnesota. There really aren't any rednecks.
Where they come all the way here to see my services.
In fact, that's one of the
I'm
things that makes that note you received kind of curious, is that it's in sort of rednecky kind of language.
Mm.
I'm pretty sure they would have some rednecks out in the middle of nowhere, like their equivalent,
On vacation.
like the dirty cousins.
Yeah, but they probably all sound like this, eh?
Exactly.
Like me.
Right. Alien Hunters is good. I'm fine with that.
Okay,
Any-
Alien Hunters it is.
So we got the Alien Hunters office.
You know, if you wanted to be pretentious about this, you could probably just call it the agency.
The agency.
I mean, do you guys like that?
Yeah, I'm better with Alien
Or it could
Hunters.
be Investigation Agency of Herstal, but you know, some between us, we call it just the Alien Hunters because AH Agency in Herstal.
But look, I've changed
Alien
the
Hunters is
general
fine.
voice chat to Alien Hunters, so I don't forget it.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's at least a filler name. We'll brainstorm a couple more names, but for now, Alien Hunters is fine.
Y'all gay.
Yo, okay. I have to change the business card so many times.
Alien hunting. Jesus Christ, is that like season 2 of SpongeBob? That's so old looking.
I think so.
It
That's
kind
one
of
of my
reminds me of a
favorites.
Spyro level. Damn it, I wish the Spyro trilogy still worked.
Okay.
Does it not?
For whatever reason, my version is kind of wonky, and it doesn't like to visibly save progress in a progress book, but the percentage does change. So if I get an egg or a talisman or whatever, it updates, but it doesn't actually show. So whenever I'm on the world map or whatever, trying to find out what I have left to do, it makes it really annoying to figure out.
That's kind of fucky. I use a mod on mine just to keep the camera zoomed out like it was in the original games instead of the fucking way zoomed in thing
Dude, you
that they
can
have
zoom
in
in
one
and
game.
out.
Are these
You can't
tangents?
zoom it out very far in the new trilogy. I had to use
I-
a mod to make it a more reasonable zoom out.
I liked it. Anywho, you were saying something, Halen?
I was saying, are these tangents or equivalency of commercials or something? Because we don't have them.
Uh. Anywho, yeah,
Why
heading
not?
to the office to meet up.
Yeah. Alright, presumably everyone is heading to the office unless you want to just ignore the call of adventure.
It's possible.
We all have individual cars, so like three of us are just double parked outside.
The dog does not have a car.
Yeah. Heidi
They
would
have,
just
like,
walk.
It's a
They just
small
appear with a
town.
bike
You
and a
could
vacuum car.
reasonably walk from one end to the other.
Yeah.
She's carrying a basket with all her favorite toys.
No, it used to appear, and there was like a bike with a doggy cart attached to it. Like nobody knows who rides the bike. They just know you came in it.
Just transition.
So anyway,
Okay.
Ah,
It is. I assume everyone's here. It is good to see you all again. I was afraid some of you might have quit after that last fiasco.
Just a side note, I just now noticed there's something called allies and teams, which I apparently didn't fill out. Do we need to? Should
No.
we
we?
don't need to.
I didn't even
Should
know what
we?
I don't
There's-
even know what you're talking
like,
about.
you don't have to.
Oh, allies.
Okay.
Allies and teams. I thought you said teams.
Yeah. Yeah,
Ideal for-
just now really noticed it and paid attention to it. Every other time I
Yeah.
just kind of miss over it or focus on other things. Never
What
mind.
section
Continue.
is it in?
Just under Underworld for me.
I mean, I'm sure you could add like you the guy who hires you for assassinations and shit like that is considered.
Yeah, at
Okay.
some point you might want to add some people that you have as like known allies from outside the current group, but it's not really important at the moment. It's up to you.
Oh, so this is more for the level up thing if you pick an ally or have an ally.
That would be helpful, yes.
But
All right. So does that mean Horse has that?
yeah, from the call, I'm sure that counts.
No,
Yeah,
not the character. He has it
Well,
filled out.
Horse specifically has Emily as like a second character.
who I brought with me.
Okay.
We both had the same idea, and we brought up 2 pots of hot dish.
For fuck's sake.
Right, does
You
Emily
know, that
wa-
fridge is absolutely full of those goddamn things.
Yeah, it's just like never goes bad.
You open the thing and you get this waft of like fungus. And you
Oh,
see
I'm
hot
with you.
dish
Oh.
piled upon hot dish. There's nothing else in there. There's not even like cheese or butter or anything. It's literally just your hot dish.
I mean, I'll clean it out. I won't let it rot in there.
Oh, good. Aren't you a good companion employee? Okay then. Well, you turn up. Oscar says hi. What
Yes,
does
it's-
everyone do?
It's good to see you all. After that fiasco, I thought some of you might actually not show up. It turns out we've got an important new mission that the mayor personally came over to talk to me about. Is
Oh, is it court?
Is it Quark?
Is it court? Are we being
Court.
summoned?
No. It's not like that at all. She tells us that the museum is going to be targeted for a robbery, and she would like us to prevent it or find out who threatened the museum before it happens.
Why would someone threaten a museum? God damn it, critic.
Okay. So is everyone okay to continue working on this new case? She tells us that we will actually be paid above average wages.
Getting paid? Well, that's
Yeah.
just a bonus.
Everyone other than Oscar has received sort of a text message at this point saying something along the lines of, "Are you willing to work for minimum wage in order to do a job?"
Get paid extra.
Well, none of us seem to be disagreeing, so I suppose you could simply call her back.
Good. And Heidi, for this particular job, you will be counted as a human worker, so you can get paid too. Isn't that good, girl?
Bark.
Oh, you're
Bark.
gonna join the union too? I say humorously at the dog.
Dog just glares at you.
Isn't it good? So I've already looked over this letter. Feel free to look through it yourself. I hand the letter to. Is it Vic or Liz?
All right. Let's see here.
I said, is it Vic or Liz?
Liz.
Liz, thank you. I've asked that like twice and no one corrected me.
It's still weird that you keep trying to think that the character is a name we've never said in relation to the character, but that's fine.
I know, I'm just having this problem because it's freaking whatever.
Elizabeth, the one that currently squats upon the throne.
Okay. I hand the note to Liz to see if she wants to look through it herself.
All right. Emily, you brought the cult kit, right? E.
Oh yeah, I brought the whole thing. I mean, are you sure we need so much moose blood? There sure is a lot of it, eh?
We need a little bit for the sprinkling.
Okay. So,
You get.
what are we doing it on today?
All right. We're doing it on the letter they brought to the museum. Written in awful English. Probably a diversion.
I mean, I did hear the whole thing, eh? But, okay. So, what? I just sprinkled the moose blood on it?
Just stab it, and we'll do some. I'll do the move for the fortune.
You see, this is 2001, and dab doesn't mean anything other than what it means in the dictionary yet. So she understands completely what was meant.
Well, please, if you're going to do this procedure a second time, could you do it outside of this establishment? Maybe in the garden.
Actually,
The garden.
Oh, I
speaking
don't
of,
believe your garden is so sacrosanct as the inside.
I mean,
Uh,
I just don't want the mess inside. I mean, look at how nice John had cleaned the place.
He
Look how
blinks.
clean it is. I clean the fridge.
No, you fill the fridge with rotten lasagna or whatever the fuck it is.
Rotten. I make sure to change
Hot
it every time
dish.
we go bad.
It's called
Whatever.
hot dish.
Yeah, that's what we call lasagna. No, that's not
Hot
true.
dish.
That's not what we call casseroles.
We'll just find a corner table, like a little coffee table, and just do the ritual.
All right. So is the intent here to use magic? You're trying to use your magic to sort of figure out where this letter came from.
Sure.
What do you want? Do you want who the letter came from, or what the letter came from, or what?
Who?
Who? Okay. All right then. Roll weird, you fucking use magicking piece of shit.
Yay! Make success to spell.
All right. Pick a glitch.
The
All
plate,
right.
the letter blows up.
It calls you a racial slur.
It's animated into
I
a Disney
think I'll
character.
go with the effect is a short duration.
All right.
We can find it, but we have to haul ass.
I have Emily ready for the notepad.
All right. So, you were going for who is the letter from? That was the specific thing.
Yeah.
All right. You're
Yeah.
very briefly aware that the letter is from some kind of 18th century villain. some criminal who used to be part of a group. You have about 10 seconds to write this down before you immediately forget the whole thing.
All right. 18th century villain. Used to be part of a group.
Sorry, what was that? No, you don't remember anything. You're holding a you're holding a piece of paper that says 18th century villain, part of a group written on it. You don't know why. You just kind of are holding that now.
It doesn't relate to the letter whatsoever. So.
Yep. You're just holding the sheet of paper. For some reason, someone's written the phrase "baby stand" on your arm.
And you don't know why.
What is baby stand?
Yeah, that's not real, but I just wanted to get the reaction
Baby
from Vixie.
stand.
Nah.
Make him eat shit.
Shut up.
He did do that to a baby.
I know, but shut up. It's not part of the story.
All right, so I don't know why I wrote this down.
You can tell from looking at it that it's your handwriting, yes.
Question.
All
what
right,
you
that
writing?
was a little bit short-lived.
You go to your vehicle with your spare bandages and start your trip. Well, is Heidi coming? Does Heidi want to get in the truck? Does she? Does she want to get in the truck
Heidi
with a
jump-
heavily bandaged man?
What the hell? We're going right
She
now.
has a toy with her and she just goes into the truck.
I'm not
She
really
goes in the
sure
wrong truck.
where the heavily bandaged man is going. I mean, he hasn't seemed to ask any questions, but
It's
Oh,
our job. It's our job to make sure that this place isn't stolen from. So quite literally, we have to go stake the place out, and we're not there yet. So it's probably a good idea to get someone
Go
watching
there.
it.
all right, you
Well,
didn't
we
confer
can-
with Oscar at all before making this decision.
We could go back
Oh.
and have that conversation if that's how you feel you want to handle this.
we need to make teams.
I probably would have said something on the way out,
Sure.
I'm
like
going
gonna.
by-
I guess first watch is mine. Taking Heidi.
I mean, I might actually
Bark.
need. I actually kind of need Heidi in a moment. But are you sure you want to go now? Last time we separated, it wasn't such a good thing.
We just need to
She
watch for
starts-
when it happens. Yes.
I suppose. Okay, if you feel this is what you need to do, go ahead, please.
She
thank
just
you.
is taking her basket with her. She's glad we came back.
As I said, I need Heidi after Liz has finished.
All right, I'm also gonna do the thing that I do with the fortunes.
If nothing
Fortune
else,
Thing
just
that
to
you
make
do with
sure.
the fortunes. Go on.
The fortunes move. Just do the ancient divination technique to predict the future.
Okay.
Fog.
Oh, at least it wasn't a failure.
I get one hold.
All right. Feel free to do with that what you will.
I'll hold you by the neck.
You're
I have
holding-
always wanted to be dead.
The keeper is now
Nice.
being strangled by the character.
Ooh woo. My
Alright.
life is forfeit. I have never
We're
been
not-
so excited.
Blah.
Probably have to,
Well-
like
I suppose if there's any important information before I get this task started.
Mm-hmm.
Elizabeth looks at the piece of paper in her hand.
you could take this. Seems like I wrote it down while I was doing that ritual, but I'm not sure what it means.
Okay, are you finished in the ritual? Or are we?
I'm
still-
done with the ritual.
Okay, what are you doing
All
with
right.
that ritual?
Elizabeth hands Joseph a piece of paper that just says the words "nigger" on it like 100 times.
You could have just said that.
No,
Niggers.
You're very insightful.
You could have just
No,
said
it doesn't say
niggers
that.
100x. You mean same thing?
Oh. It says 18th century guy and then part of a group.
Ooh, ooh at the bottom.
Sounds like I'm
No,
going to be
it's
needing.
2001. Ooh woo isn't a thing yet.
I know, but it's horse.
It's Horse's character, not actual Horse. His
I
character
know.
might be less of a faggot than him.
I suppose having someone skilled in magic would help
Yes. I mean, I don't know what
if
to
you're
say.
done with her.
As I said, I need Heidi. I mean, I'm going to have Heidi basically sniff the letter and see if she can pick up a scent of some kind. That's basically
And
all I need to do. If you could wait a moment, I suppose.
so, Elizabeth, would you care to come with me?
Sure. I will. Yeah, I do give the letter, the piece of paper that I wrote down, but
I
I don't
mean,
know
I
why.
should come with you, eh?
Yeah, come on in.
I just
What's your
see.
step?
I kind of snort and say, "Sure, let's make it a menage a trois."
I see the three of them go, and I
Well,
pick up.
I
Heidi
don't
wants to
understand
go.
your fancy languages, but I'll come
Me
with.
either.
Oh, God.
Oh yeah,
I see the
Wait,
three.
Heidi's
The
just
player
sad.
knows what menage a trois means.
me too.
You
But we're Minnesota
fucking
pumpkins. So we're not
homophile.
there.
I see the three of them go. I pick up Heidi and says, "It's just you and me now, Heidi." And then
You have equipped Heidi.
Heidi
You're
escapes.
just holding.
And then
You're just
Heidi
holding
is.
Heidi in your underarm.
Yeah. Then
Heidi's sad.
Heidi escapes
She
from
wanted
my
to go on an adventure.
Heidi escapes from my arms and chases after the car. So, oh, it's just me then. Good.
But no, you one had to sniff the envelope.
Yeah,
right?
I would like Heidi to see if she can pick up a scent from who it originated from.
If I get to go on an adventure.
We're going on an adventure.
That's an interesting way of describing rape, but go on.
Oh, well. She'll just be in the trunk of the truck and just like enjoying the ride.
But no, Oscar has picked you up and asked if you want to asked you to smell the note.
I'll
the
sniff. How do
letter
I
that they were given.
sniff?
Roll weird.
Roll weird?
I would consider that a roll sharp personally, but unless you have a way of like
I don't think I
replacing
have.
that.
I don't think I do. I can't really check it because I'm on my phone.
I see. So should we roll
So
for
I'll-
you?
Wow, what a
I mean,
But-
I can try. I just can't read all of it. So if it's, I'll just do sharp.
Alright, so investigate a mystery is sharp default. I'll just roll it for you.
What's with the sevens, man?
Wow.
Number 2.
I rolled it for her and she rolled it herself, and both of them were sevens. So
It's a 7.
statistically, when rolling a pair of d6, a 7 is the most likely outcome. But also, what the fuck?
Well, there's 2 and 5, 1 and 6, 3 and 4, and then rinse and repeat. So about 6 combinations.
Yeah, if you're rolling any number of dice, the statistically average roll is half of the maximum plus 1.
I mean,
Always.
There's a sharpest
So wait,
plus.
Ram, do you mind rolling for me?
I did. It's 7.
Thank you. It'll just be easier if you can do the rolls, since I can't see them all.
So what does she learn from that?
You get the vague hint of bone meal from this particular piece of paper.
Minecraft.
Minecraft does not exist. It is 2001.
Oh, we live in the shit age then.
Well, not really.
How
We're
do
before
I-
9/11, so we have
9/11 hasn't happened yet. But
Exactly.
depending on you
Yes.
guys, it might happen a lot more than it has in our timeline.
But
Yeah, I'm just wondering
how do I how do I inform him it smells like bone marrow?
Good question. You are the player. It's up to you, bitch.
Fuck.
pull out a pen.
I just pull out one of my bones out of my toy basket.
You could do that. That is an interesting way of doing it.
Like, bone!
Interesting.
Heidi was supposed to be reading the letter, not playing around.
Interesting. So you're saying this has to do with aliens?
She just shakes her head no.
Oh, oh,
Bony aliens.
oh,
She
bones.
Points at the bone!
Oh, bones. Oh, what's okay? That's interesting. So you smell bones on this letter. That sounds very occultish. Should probably bring that up to Liz when we see her.
I'm right
Okay.
here.
Bones, bones.
The truck
I
hasn't
can
left
see
yet.
my bones,
I'm just like, I'm right there.
No, no, the truck is far gone. Far gone.
Bones,
Gone.
bones,
Or
Wait,
perhaps,
it
perhaps the writer is a mortician or something.
That's
working at
not
the
true.
crematorium.
how about this? We'll ask the driver. Is the truck still there?
No, I'm sure the truck is still there. I'm just making a joke, and then I couldn't clarify because Rem was singing oddly. So yeah,
Bones.
I'll get into the car. Said, wait for us. We're finished. We finished a lot sooner than we thought. Welcome to.
Jump.
It's a
Well, the last
four-seater,
thing-
and there's 5 characters.
So the last thing we asked the dog was to see where it was from. Smelt something related to bones. Perhaps it was a cemetery or mortician.
I mean, that's all
It's just
Heidi seems to
bone.
think it has. So Heidi seems to think it has something to do with bones. So
Wait,
I'm
but this
guessing.
is a toy bone. Perhaps at the toy shop?
She looks at you like you're an idiot.
What do you mean? You're a
Like-
dog.
Like an idiot. Yes.
Bone.
You smelt the piece of thing and you said, "Oh, I can deduce that it probably smells like your toy."
No, but
Heidi just pulled that
literally,
alone.
she's pointing at the bone, meaning the bone itself.
And what do you do to get this across? Do you like look at the bone and shake your head, then like point to a human leg or something? What do you do
Do you bite?
to
Do
get
you
this
like?
message across?
Do you gnaw on someone's ankle, like the bone part of the ankle?
Yeah, rip off
Size
someone's
bone.
leg to expose bone and say bone.
You pull
Wait,
out a
what?
bone
I'm
out of your
sorry, I
pocket?
had to mute Rhythm Bot on my phone.
We were saying how
Remember-
you,
Yeah, remember-
we were saying how you
What do you
communicate this,
do?
yeah.
Because you have to remember, this world is what we make of it, and your character is supposed to be mute except for bark, which means you have to find a nonverbal way in a dog's body to communicate normal bone versus dog bone.
To be fair, she can say
I mean,
woof.
I can actually talk.
She can say woof and howl, perhaps.
You can just talk
I could just talk.
out of nowhere.
But
You
she
just
likes
pick up
having
bone.
She likes
You know
not
what?
being murdered by horses character.
You know what? She's so annoyed by Horse's character not getting she means bone that she's just like, it's a fucking bone.
Okay, you say that in character. You say the words, it's
Yes.
a fucking bone. Alright, I
Right.
leave it to you guys to react to that.
I assume we all look at the dog and like that did.
Oh, this is before we left. Okay.
uh,
Boss, I told you.
what?
You owed me $10.
I owe you.
Remember
a lot.
that bet?
I owe you a lot more than $10 wage wise.
Is your conversation related to the dog?
But Heidi, you talked. What the fuck?
Yeah, I made a bet
No.
with him. He thought it was an alien, and I thought it could talk.
I mean,
Alien.
the two are not so disassociated.
But we
Aliens-
haven't proven
I'm
it's
not an
alien.
alien.
But we have proven that it can talk.
Yeah.
You owe
What
me
does
$10.
Emily think of this?
I'll get back to you.
I literally pointed at the bone and you were like, toy. And it's like, no, bone. That's all she says, like pointing at it with her paw now, like it's a hand.
Well,
I need to go back manning the store.
we have a talking dog now. I don't think we need this job. Let's just go into show business. And
No, we've had a talking dog.
What do you mean had?
We have had a talking dog. She just hasn't talked before now.
No. Wait, calm down. We've been dealing with a lot of very freaky things recently. Perhaps we've heard something and we thought it was something else.
Well, in
Our
any
mind is
Whatever. All right, Heidi. What do you want to tell us?
It's bone marrow. It smells like bone marrow.
oh,
Your note said
letter.
and the note said something about, what was it? 1800s?
no, that was
And a
this is-
cult?
man, part of something. I don't know why I wrote that down.
Do you remember what you were looking for?
Do you remember what you were
Do you-
looking at?
No, I don't.
Do you remember the
remember
question
looking at the
that
paper.
prompted you to do what you were gonna do?
Was doing something with the paper that they sent in, the ransom paper.
All right, boss. What did you ask her?
I mean, I told her to find out what she could from this letter using occult means. So.
So it appears this is what I
So-
found out.
There you go. And mixed with bone marrow, meaning it's likes to hang around dead things. Maybe
Yeah.
it
Possibly it is
dead.
dead.
Yeah, perhaps it's a bone person.
A bone person.
Not out of the
Bones.
ordinary, given the fact that it seems robots are a thing.
Mm,
Heidi's just like bones.
That
Why
Why
reminds
didn't you
me.
talk to us earlier?
I'm sorry.
Because I
what?
like being a dog.
But yes, well, in any way, I may have to, dissect you, examine your brain to see what kind of alien
No,
what kind of alien device
I'm not-
gave you the means.
I'm not an alien. It's not an alien device.
Are you sure? It seems alien to me. I'm just saying.
Is talking the only thing you can do?
I've lived longer than you. I would know if I was an alien or not.
Would you? Would you
Fasc-
really?
Fascinating. So, how old
Is it
exactly are you?
Remember the dinosaurs?
I did not personally remember the dinosaurs. No.
I read them in a book once.
You read them.
I hung out with a few.
Okay.
I'm just juxtaposing my answer for Vix.
I mean, some dinosaurs actually still are around. So.
Well, yes,
Wow,
but
are you gonna make a taxonomical complaint about the fact that birds are still technically dinosaurs?
I was thinking.
Oh yeah, like the
Oh,
horseshoe
those
crab.
dinosaurs. I occasionally eat some
Sunshine's
KFC
pretty.
too.
There's also the horseshoe crab.
sunshine.
Don't speak too much in case someone else thinks.
Yeah.
So- So you're telling her to do what she was continuing to do anyways.
Oh, seems
mean-
like she's speaking a lot more. I look down the sidewalk to see, make sure nobody's like around.
Well, there must be some reason. Not only can you talk, but you're also incredibly old. That's unusual for a dog. There must be some explanation.
I mean, yes. But I'm not ready to share that with you guys yet.
Well,
so
well-
let's just go on the mission.
Yeah, one mystery at a time. Let's sort of this
Well,
museum thing. And
Will
then
there be any other surprises about you?
Oh yes, good question.
Let's just go.
No.
Well, if you wanted to kill us earlier, you would have done it. So
Heidi
you.
would never harm us. She's adorable.
exactly, that's why.
As far
We
as we
can't
know.
expect anything negative to come of our way.
No.
Yeah.
As far as
Not
we
like
know.
she's some kind of shapeshifter or something.
Yeah, that should be reduced.
I mean, given Halo called him an alien, I'm just gonna think it's an alien.
It's as best as explanation as
Despite the fact she literally said she isn't an alien.
Oh yeah. Well, she could just be a really old dog.
That was from around the dinosaur age.
Maybe.
Just look at cave paintings and there's a dog that looks like Heidi.
Wearing the same hat.
Hey, so that brings the question, if you didn't find the dog to replicate from like early 2000s, where did you find this dog? Is it like a space dog?
like alien.
Yeah, like if you were to poke at the questions, obviously she can't have been a dog during the dinosaur times because dogs. didn't
Yeah.
exist.
Yeah, that's a good point. Very good.
Well, I'm just gonna say that.
I was just making a joke of that because then it'd make more sense if it's the dog form and they see it and they're like, "What? It's you!" But no, she wasn't a dog this whole time. She can be other things.
It was Michael Sarah for most of the rest of the time.
I'm gonna say the cult draws a line at shapeshifters shapeshifting into humans. So
Then Christopher Walken for a couple of decades.
Anywho, we're on our way.